So our mindset is like the operating system of our life. It's the foundation on which we build all of our decisions and our relationships and our goals. And it's what gives us courage to take risks and pursue our passions. And when we let mental blocks and things limit us and hold us back from living the life we truly want, we need to stop that and figure out, how do we stop that? So let's take a step back and look at how can we reset our mindset for 2025. First of all, evaluate 2024. What went well? What needs work? Well, Miss B came to visit me, so we have a guest on the show right now. The guest on the camera. Yeah. But one of our biggest mental blocks that holds us back is the fear of failure. So we're always so scared of making mistakes or not being good enough or being embarrassed in front of others. And I can attest to this as a dancer. I often went to auditions and feared not making the cut and not making that audition. I realized how much that held me back. And if I would have really pushed through that fear and just been myself and my best self, I probably would have done much better and been in the right place at the right time and gotten the jobs. And that fear can paralyze us from taking action and keep us stuck in our comfort zones where we never really take risks. And there's self-doubt and that constant voice in our head that tells us we're just not good enough, that we're not worthy, or that we don't deserve to succeed. So that voice can be very loud and very persuasive, and it's easy to believe. And another mental block is pressure from society and the internet and social media that's put a whole nother layer on this generation. Hopefully my generation over 50, that we're not so hung up on that. And I know the younger folks, if you're watching, that can be difficult for you. And the best thing I can say to you is I'm the happiest when I put my phone down and I put away all the social media and I'm just not on it. Just be in the moment. And you'll find you'll feel fear when you first do that, but you'll feel so much freer when you really just put it away. But we're constantly bombarded with messages about like what we should be and what we should be like, caught up in trying to fit in rather than just standing out and standing out as yourself. God created us as an individual for a reason. He didn't create us like robots. You know, we're here so that the world gets contributions by different people. So if you change who you are, the world loses your contribution of your personal messages or just your personality or what it is. Also the pressure to keep up with others and just getting caught up in that never-ending cycle of comparing yourself to others. And of course, as a dancer, that was hard for me. I would go to an audition and look at everyone and compare myself. Don't do that in life. Don't compare yourself. Just be you. But let's reset the mindset. And here's the thing is our minds are so incredible. And they have the ability to change your entire life just by thinking differently. And if you've gone through depression, as I have, and especially menopause, which I just finished almost going through, caused so much turmoil in my emotional state. Wow. I didn't expect that. Your mind, it can really control your well-being and your health. Right, Miss B? Yes. Yes, Miss B. Yes, it can. So one of the simplest, most powerful strategies, let's talk about the strategies to make it better. And the first thing I started doing, and I wish I would have done this when I was younger, is self-talk. First thing I do is I wake up in the morning is I just first think about at least 2 positive things in my life. Just, you can put them on paper and do journaling. Some people like to write them down. You can just think about them. I think it's good to just jot them down because after a week or 2 or a month, you start to see this huge list of positive things in your life. And when you're negative or you're in that dark space, you can read that and go, whoa, I forgot about all of these things that I've done, that I've made a difference, or that are positive. You know, could be anything. You know, I cleaned my car the other day and detailed it, and I was so proud and felt so good to just accomplish that. I know that sounds silly, but it was an accomplishment and I felt good. I opened the door for someone and I waited for quite a while. They were walking super, super slow and I just stood there and waited, and they were like, You don't have to do that. I mean, you know what? That made me feel good because I said, no, I'm opening this door for you. Some things like that, doing things for others, but just listing things that are positive in your life. I have a home. I have my mom and we have a good relationship. My daughter and I have a great relationship. All the positive things that are in your life, just list those things. I've got good, friendly chickens that love me, right, Miss B? Yes. So that's a first mindset trick. The second one is when you go to brush your teeth or look in the mirror in your car driving, say positive things to yourself. It might sound silly to talk to yourself, but it really does help and it does change your mindset. It takes time. It's not a magic pill, but you kind of brainwash yourself into, I am worthy. I am good enough. You know, saying positive thing. I'm enough. I'm capable. Just anything you can think of that is going to make you think positive about yourself. You don't have to say I love you and all the stuff. You can, but but just saying those things can be very, very powerful. And doing them every single day will help you overcome self-doubt. And just using a few minutes every day to just talk to yourself like that. Whenever you just have time where your thoughts are free and you're not working on something, self-talk. Hey, what am I going to do tomorrow that's positive? Or what could I do for someone else today that would make them feel good? Or, I'm really going to treat myself to this. Don't forget, this is your life. Treat yourself. Make time for yourself. That's one thing I never did. I'm a workaholic and I've always worked so hard for everybody else to a detriment. Make sure you have time for yourself. And it doesn't have to be selfish. It just needs to be time for you. So just slowly but surely, I just can't talk. Slowly but surely you will see a change in your mindset if you just do these things. And I was struggling. I was feeling very lost at one point after my divorce. I unexpectedly lost my job and kind of didn't know where I was going to go next. And that was a really, really hard time for me. And I wish I would have learned some of these techniques. It took me working and kind of trying to fulfill myself with outside things, with working harder and making more money and working a job. And I would work 3 or 4 jobs at a time, not getting rich by any means. I'm like waitress jobs and things like this, house cleaning, because it would fulfill me to be busy. I just had to be busy rather than just changing my mindset. So looking back, I realized that it was my mindset that was holding me back the whole time. And it would have changed my path in my dance career. It probably would have changed my path where I am here right now. But all along, it was that fear of failure and that fear of failing to conform with others and be popular. And once you give that up and you just are yourself, your authentic self, you're going to feel great. So change that mindset every day. Positive affirmations. Write down things that are positive in your life that you can appreciate and remind yourself to appreciate. And as we step into 2025, I really encourage you to do these things and change and reflect on your life. And hopefully everybody around you will see that and you'll have positivity around you. Make sure you get rid of any negative people around you too. You don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Right, Ms. B? So thank you so much. And let's let this be a year of empowerment in 2025. And I will see you on the next Silver Linings. Thank you. Like and subscribe. Say bye. Bye-bye.